So now we're going to ask you to watch some portions of this documentary, Food Inc., which has been a pretty influential documentary in the discussion of food over the last 10 years or so. In Food Inc., you get a really nice picture of the food system as a whole. You get to see a lot of the ways in which the industrial system produces our food and gets it to us in the supermarkets and so forth. You also get to see some of the critiques of the food industrial system that we'll be considering throughout the course. It's an amazing system. It's able to produce this huge amount of food for millions and millions of people. Only 2% of Americans work in farms or in farming anymore, and yet we all have, or most of us have, pretty decent access to a lot of food. So there's an incredible production going on behind the scenes in this industry that you have to really respect. But there are also some externalities, some problems, some worries that come up, and as we look in this film at the way in which some of the industrial food is produced, you'll start to see those worries raised by the filmmakers and probably raised in yourself as you start to encounter some of the empirical facts. You'll also encounter the kind of alternative position that is in a way, I think, being pushed a little bit by the documentary filmmakers here. We're going to call that later in the course the Ithaca response. It's also sometimes called agrarianism or kind of humane, sustainable farming and slaughter methods. Joel Salatin will appear in the film as one of the big spokespeople for this kind of other way. It's not veganism and it's not industrial, but rather this kind of third way. It's supposed to be more local, sustainable, friendly, humane, better for animals, better for the environment. So you get to see a kind of apologetics for that as the alternative in this picture, the alternative to the industry. If we're going to keep eating meat and if we're going to keep supplying it to in the ways that we have to lots and lots of people, we're going to have to find ways to scale out this alternative, and that's going to be one of the worries we'll have about it later. But here's a documentary that at least gives you a picture of how that alternative is supposed to look and some of the really good aspects of it.